Good boys, good boys. So you want to wild camp with your dogs? Here are my tips for wild camping with your dogs, your best mates. Preparation is key. That's the main thing that you want to focus on. You'll need a bigger backpack to take extra food and extra water. What I usually do is I take like a little small foldable knife and fork, so if you've got to mix a bit of kibble with a bit of dog food or a bit of fish, you're not using your knife and fork for when you tuck into your hearty meal when you get to camp. I have an 85 litre backpack. I am hoping to reduce that a little bit, but you do need just that little bit extra more room to when you're going by yourself, especially if you've got two of them. One thing that's important to take is extra food and extra water, hence why you probably need a bigger backpack. Your dogs are going to be active for quite a few hours and they're just going to need that little bit of extra energy just to help the body recover. I take two collapsible, still said it again, collapsible bowls with me. One for the food, give them a bit of a wash out, and then they've got some bowls for the water. Now you will need a sleep system for them. Now what I take is like a double backed picnic blanket, so that goes on the complete footprint of my tent, and I've also got enough of it that I will cover my sleep mat with. This helps you as well. Your sleeping bag won't slip off your sleep mat, and it'll also protect your sleeping mat as well from punches, from paws and claws. I also take two aqua fleeces. I'm nodding, it's like a fleece coat, so if it's a bit chilly on a night I can bob that on Rodney, it'll be nice and warm. And then I usually cover Rodney in my down jacket. Walter moves around a little bit through night, so he just tends to kick it off, but he's got a double coat as Walter, and they're ideal for keeping them warm in them chilly nights. So you want you want a decent sleep setup for him, somewhere that could be warm, somewhere that they can wear. You can get dog sleeping bags, or people make dog sleeping bags out of old sleeping bags if you've got them, just so they can be warm and comfortable during the night. You also want to take a first aid kit that's specific for dogs. So you've got antiseptic wipes, and then most importantly tick removers, and you need to know how to use these as well before you go. You want to check your dogs to make sure that they've got no ticks once you get into your tent. It is very difficult, but you have a good look through the fur. Obviously my dogs are protected against ticks and fleas anyway, so I'm guessing yours are too. So first aid kit, antiseptic wipes, some paw balm. I also take one of these with me when I go camping, and this is one of those LED collars. Obviously it won't show up in that, and that shows up bright green, it flashes. It's really pitch black, so if they're wandering around camp you can keep an eye on them. Now if your dog's not used to hiking or wild camping, get him in your tent, in your garden maybe if you can, so he's familiar with his surroundings and that he's used to the tent, even in the wind blowing around. While I'm pitching, I have an anchor, so that just goes around his lead hoop and straight into ground, so at least it gives you a bit of peace of mind that they're secure to the ground while you're pitching. One thing that I do take with me when I'm out is some alcoholic hand rub, and this is when you're picking the poo up in your poo bags, if you get that little bit, it just sterilises your hands for that emergency nail poo. Another thing that I'll mention is dogs on leads. Make sure you've got a good, decent harness and lead with you. Now I know Walter is fantastic around livestock and the recalls are brilliant. Rodney's a little bit more mad, he's not aggressive, but I keep him secure around livestock just in case, for my peace of mind, for the livestock's peace of mind, and for Rodney's peace of mind. When I know it's safe to take him off the lead, I will do. Obviously make sure that they have good recall when they're off the lead as well. There is times where you'll be
then, boys.
walking and you'll think there's no livestock about, and you'll just go around a little wall and there's a sheep full of field. A sheep full of fields? What? Oh, it's not going well today. I'd planned to do drone footage and all sorts. Battery were flat. Anyway, we'll carry on. A field full of sheep. Yep, it's they can sneak up on you, and obviously you've got cows, you've got bulls, you've got nesting birds, and obviously it's coming up to lambing season if it's not already in lambing season. And then the harness can go on one of these leads that's got a bit of a bungee, so it gives them that extra bit of freedom as well. They do hook on with a really good screw carabiner, so that's really good. And then at the top here you've got another bracket, I don't know what they're called, sorry, that you could use another carabiner and maybe attach to your belt, so you get hands free. So they're really good leads, really good leads. So the harnesses that I got, the boys are from Pets at Home. Let's see if the boys will model them for us. So Rodney's is, it's an harness and it's got a little handle here just in case you need to help them over stiles. 3 peaks make. Yes, we're going. Yeah, Walter's harness. There you go. No, steady. Trying to work with dog. As I said, Walter has got an harness with an handle that you can just give him that bit of assistance walking over. The harnesses and these leads are a really good combination for when you're taking your dogs hiking or when you're wild camping. Let's go. You also want to make sure you've got a tent big enough for you and your little mate, or your big mate, or 2 of your mates. I've got the Cloud Peak 2, which is a 2-man 3-season tent. It's a fantastic tent for all 3 of us. There's plenty of room. Something else you might want to consider is pitching in a safe place. Not next to cliff edges, deep running water. That way your mind will be at peace. So they're safe. That's 6th time I've done that. If you follow those tips, you'll have a bit of experience camping. The main thing, as long as you're safe, your dogs are safe, that's all that matters, because they absolutely love it. It's a fantastic thing to do with your puppies, your best mates. They absolutely love it. And that's it. I hope you got something out of it. If I've missed out, if you've got any further advice, put a comment in below, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, it'd be really appreciated. I am trying to grow the channel where I take my boys wild camping on hikes. I am hoping to get out in March on a wild camp with someone that's never been camping before, an old mate of mine. So that should be fun and interesting. So I shall see you then. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.